The sad part is the only way we may be able to catch a catfish today may be on our live bait perch and crappie rods. This went over like a catfish. We'll take them any way we can get them. And that's what we got. The old catfish, old channel cat, biting a live bait, a little minnow we got out there. We didn't get skunked, but it may not be looking good. We'll talk more about it. I just wanted you to see that I got one catfish. Yeah, it's just to be clear, if you're looking for a big fish catch-a-rama, this may not be the video. I don't know yet. Just got started out here fishing, but we're kind of in spawn territory, and it's just kind of the nature of the business that it can be slow. So just to bring you up to date, I've got chicken baits out on the starboard side, perch baits out on the port side. The plan is to put a mix out. I got a few big baits, I got some chicken baits, and I've got a live bait that's off the side here. The live bait's out, one, to see if we got any perch schooling or binding, and two, well, just to get the skunk out of the boat, which I just did with that. It's in the tough zone right now as far as the fishing goes, but as I've said before, you can still catch fish. You just may have to work to do it. So noticed a big change here in the past few weeks, or past week, and we may be legitimately into lockdown spawn mode. Now, you can stay home, you can go cut grass, you can work on local projects, whatever you want to do. I personally fish because it's what's in my soul, and I'm gonna fish. I'm gonna keep fishing. I don't care if I have to fish for something different. I'm gonna go fish just because, well, I like to fish. I think I said that. I like to fish. So that's what I'm doing, dragging some baits. We're trolling. Beautiful day, beautiful morning. Temperatures are still nice, not the super heat of summer. I'm blessed to be out here. Let's see if we can catch one more. Oh, inside planer right there. Boom. It's on the chicken side of the boat. Ironically, I just got hit a second ago on that perch bait straight out the back, but it never really connected. I don't know if it's the same fish or not. I always wonder that. You get hit and then you come over here and poof. Let's see what we got here. Let's get this board off. Boom, boom. This is not a big fish, but like I said, I'm happy to put some fish over the side of the boat. I'm gonna walleye fishing, just winch him in nice and steady. Beautiful morning for summer. No real boat traffic. Oh, he's a little specimen. If he's liftable. I think he may be. Boom. Got him. Simma. Little piece of chicken. Getting some nourishment. Pretty little channel. I think we're going to see a lot of channels today. Again, not super big bait, but it's working on producing some fish. I think we're going to be seeing a lot of these for a couple weeks. All right, so let's clear up some maybe misinformation about the spawn. Not all catfish spawn. There are immature fish that do not spawn. They are not sexually mature yet. And that's probably what's happening with some of these channel catfish. So the bottom line is you can still catch those fish. It's just the bigger mature fish is where this lockdown occurs during the spawn. And even then you can pick some off, but it's not with the same intensity that we were seeing a couple of weeks ago. And that's just the nature of June. It happens every year. So you can still catch fish. You know, one thing is just plan on catching some smaller fish. I'm fishing with this Catfish Pro tackle. It's big stuff. It'll handle any fish in America, you know, but it's going to be way overkill for some of these smaller catfish. You can still catch them though. I mean, it still works. It's just, you know, catching 1 or 2 pound fish is, you know, not what this stuff's designed for. It's designed for a lot bigger fish. But if you have the ability to maybe put lighter line on your reels, you can still make it fun. So, you know, maybe downsize into some rods that are maybe some lightweight spin tackle, kind of like what I'm catching a perch on. if you're trying to make it more entertaining. Otherwise, just go catch them. I mean, I don't have a problem catching them on the bigger stuff here from Catfish Pro. I'm not going to switch everything I got out to catch fish, so it kind of is what it is. But you know, if you do want to hook into fish even during the spawn, downsize your baits. That's one thing to think about, is just go on some smaller baits, smaller hooks, and that'll at least, you know, keep you entertained. And consider doing what I do though. I got some of these rods over here, they're out rigged up with some bigger baits and some bigger hooks, just in case you get some bigger fish feeding. It does happen. We end up picking some off inevitably during this time period. And like I've said before, there have been state records caught in the month of June is what is typically the spawn. So get out and fish. That's the name of the game. Let's see if we got one more in us. Man, I think my perch rod may be my savior today for catching fish. I do have live bait on it. Oh, that's a big crappie. I thought that was gonna be big old catfish. Not a big old catfish, but a big old big old channel cat. Crappie, I insulted him. Look at that, guys. That's a good fish right there. That one gets to go for a ride. That one gets to go for a ride. So there you go. A nice crappie in the boat. By the way, I'm saying crappie. I put up a big poll both on YouTube and Facebook, and it was funny. I think YouTube kind of had more crappie for the pronunciation. Facebook was more crappie, but the overall numbers, crappie won. So I'm saying crappie from now on. Anyway, I got one on the live bait rod. So it shows you that you can still catch fish. If you're like me, I like to catch fish. You know, I'm targeting catfish. That's what I'm out here trying to get. But if I want something to pass the time, maybe something to eat, maybe something for catfish bait, I just want to catch some fish. So that's why I keep these other rods. That's why I said earlier, you know, even during the spawn, you can come out here and put out some other rods for different stuff. You know, you can pick off some panfish maybe. If you've got perch where you're at, you can pick off perch. Maybe skipjack, crappie, whatever you want to fish for and catch. You know, just something to pass the time. And like I said, downsize baits, man. If you're locked into catching catfish, nothing wrong with that. Downsize the baits. I think that's going to help. I think that's going to help with some of these smaller fish that are feeding. I've still got some big baits out. I'm kind of hoping against hope that I get a big one. Still could do it. Maybe the next rod that goes over, but you know, there's still fish biting is what it comes down to. June for the catfish angler is kind of a slow time, and we get that. We realize that going into it, but there's other stuff to fish for. So if you get the fish, go catch something. Made a little move to some different water and got a bait out, and I think I'm hooked up. Matter of fact, I just got here. This is on the chicken side of the boat. Just got the baits out, got the spread going, and I'm hooked up. This feels like a better fish. This is a medium action Catfish Pro rod. I don't know that they make a medium action anymore. If you like a medium action, drop it down in the comments. I've got 4 of them are medium heavies. I like a medium action rod. If you want them to bring that back, drop something in the comments. I want to see if we can get them stirred up. I like a medium action rod for a lot of my fishing, especially trolling. See what we got here. Oh, we got us a wake boat coming. That'll be fun. The joys of summer. Mayflies, the catfish spawn, and wake boats. He got into that other line. But yeah, I think all the, that's a good blue. That's a good blue. We're happy to have him. Let's see if I can lift him into the boat here. Get him over here. Is he liftable? Yes, sir. Boom. All right, the wake boat must have heard me. They're going the other way. Again, not a giant, but a good fish. I think most people will be happy to catch that fish. Proof again that you can find them if you keep fishing. Get him back alive. I got him back. Something started slamming my live bait rod. I don't know if he came off or not, but he had it jerked over and going nuts. That's a crazy perch. That's a good perch. Maybe that's why that catfish was here. Who knows? But nice eater fish. I'll give you some of my theory on that in a second, but if you can catch those things, you might be in the right spot. All right, so did we just get lucky and find one biting fish? Who knows? But it shows you, you stick with it, you stay at it, you can catch some decent fish. There's a good chance of finding one. Time on the water is always a great equalizer. It increases your odds and probability that you're gonna find fish. And it's something I tell everybody is the more time you can put out there, the better. Waiting for the perfect time, it'll lead to you missing some opportunities to catch fish. So, but what I was saying about the perch was, it could be that fish may have been in here feeding on perch. I don't know if we're going to get into more of them in here, but that's why I like having one of the rods out. On the lakes that we fish in the southeast, we've got white perch everywhere. And typically, if you can find those, you can find some catfish around them. Same thing with you guys that got white bass. White bass, the same way. Those things kind of school up. Catfish will feed on them, especially if you got some smaller sized ones. So, but yeah, just to cover some water, another one. That one was on chicken. Decent fish, you know, not a tournament fish, but man, we're here to catch fish and have fun, and that felt good. And yeah, drop a comment, something in the comments if you want to see Catfish Pro carry medium rods again. It looks like they had them for a while. You know, I got those a while back. And, you know, they got medium heavies and heavies now on their website I was looking at, but I want some medium action. Drop some in the comments if you want some. Might have one on this inside planer. I think so. Not a giant, but we're hooked up. Slow dragging across here. Not a bit of wind today. Feels good though. It's not hot yet. Hoping we may come into some fish here. Don't know. Got a little action on that outside board, was doing something with a perch, but there's a few fish on the sonar. The good thing is I'm not marking a ton of bait. Y'all have heard me say that in videos. I prefer to stay away from a whole lot of bait. That one's wanting to go right there, that outside board. There's a lot of bait. There's a lot of competition, and that can make it tough. Back to the channels, back to the channels. I was hoping. We got a little blue action, but man, it is what it is. That's probably the smallest one today. Maybe not, I don't know. He's little. He's little. In theory, everything's working. You just can't upsize. Bag of life. Man, got another one. You know, like I said in the start of this video when it was a struggle, it's still a struggle, but you got to stay with it. You just got to keep on going. A little bit later in the day too, I wonder if that is playing a part. You know, sometimes there is a time of day element to stuff. We're still not on a big stock of blues here. You know, this is not a big band of them, but we're picking off some fish. And you know, some of y'all may be sitting there saying, Dieter, what are you complaining about? I have a hard time catching a fish. And you know what? You're exactly right. There's nothing to complain about here. That's something that we all got to keep in perspective. Every fishery is different. Every place we fish is different. And the opportunities we have are different. So you have to kind of keep that in mind. Comparing where I fish to where you fish, it's not fair. It's not fair to either one of us. And comparing where you fish to somebody else, you're not fair to yourself. So just keep that in mind. You know, some people have advantages in where they fish as far as the number of fish, size of fish, ease of fishing. Some people have disadvantages, and that's just the way it is. You keep that in perspective as you're fishing too. You know, don't, you know, they'll say comparison is the thief of joy. So don't go out, have a good time, look at your fish and be proud of them, then jump on Facebook only to beat yourself up. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the experience. Embrace the struggle, go fishing. Getting ready to head in And I seen this board move a minute ago. See if there's a fish on it. There's not. There's not a fish on it. I was hoping there would be. And maybe there is a fish on it. Let's see if he's swam off in a different direction with the bait and is not pulling against the board. That may be what it is. That'll happen sometimes. You'll get a fish. I thought when I caught that last fish, I seen this board move. And I said, well, I'll get to it in a minute. Got done with that fish, looked over, and the board was just kind of straight out in its normal position. And get up there, big boy. And said, well, you know what? I've had a good day. I've caught some fish. Let's reel them in. Decided to reel this one in first. And first I thought there wasn't a fish. Hey, it's a blue. Look at there. We can find us a blue. This is the only one on cut bait too, interestingly. It's another good eater sized fish there, which gives me hope. Maybe there's some in here. You know, this is about like that last one we caught. Good, decent sized eater fish. And you know, if you could catch these all day waiting on a big one to bite, it'd make the day go by. But today we're happy to get it as we're heading home. So guys, I literally threw that fish back thinking it's the last fish. Pulled in 2 more rods, and I see this rod going off to the side. It's like the bite is happening right here in the middle of the day when I was winding down. Again, stay out and fish. Sometimes it's not always early, it's not always late. We're getting bit here middle of the day. Now, did I just find fish? Maybe, but I'll tell you what, I rode past a lot of what I thought was good fish, good arches. Nothing that much better or worse than where I'm at. And poof, got another one on chicken. Not a giant, but it shows you staying in the game can make a difference. Sometimes you got to stay in the game to find a fish. Bag of love.